Hey guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It is me, your girl Nagorom Amadi, and I'm back again with a new video. It's just more like an interaction, but then I'm not just happy with, I'm not happy with what I've been seeing online for the past 1 week or 5 days now about the death of an artist who lost his life to the cold hands of death. May he so rest in peace. But then we don't talk much about depression in this country. We don't see it as a necessity. We don't see it as a problem. We just feel Nigerians have this very thick skin and they can withstand everything. But depression is one thing I don't think anybody can withstand. This is something, and I've said it over. If you watch my first mental health video, depression is one of it. We can't run away from our reality. We cannot run away from reality. We don't talk about depression as much as we should. You might not have the money in the world to take care of yourself, to travel places, to do a lot of things. But if you have that peace of mind, if you have the appropriate peace of mind, you're good to go. To your widest imagination, you might even see someone that has everything materialistic, everything you can think of a human being having, and yet the person slumps. And you haven't you heard of people who just sit in their living room and slumps and dies? So why didn't their money save them? I just feel you having the whole necessity, you having everything you should take a human being to take, doesn't really give you that justifiable peace of mind. Now, I'm just, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel. I feel irritated. I feel it's quite unfortunate. Just yesterday, I watched a video. I didn't even know that the guy in question is even buried. I watched a video, someone stating, in fact, the questions the person asked, they were valid. How can a guy who is married with, in fact, someone's father, no matter the age, he could be 20, but he's a father, for crying out loud. How can this guy die and immediately he's being buried? He's not a Muslim. He's not, he's a Christian, for crying out loud. He's not an atheist. He's not, I don't know what other religion practice, but he's just, a Christian. And in Igbo land, even if you're 18, 20, and you have a child, you are married and you have a child, courtesy demands that respect should be given to you. Now, how did you even tell the people that gave birth to your wife or something, that the man that came to pick their daughter is late? All of a sudden, he's buried under, and that notwithstanding, I also heard that they even forced his head into the coffin. How wicked can people be? How wicked can people get? How wicked? It is so unfortunate. It is so unfortunate. This guy has been depressed for the longest time. And nobody, I was discussing with a friend and I said, if somebody must have mentioned this, maybe to anybody's hearing, I know he's, a friend, or probably he has a close contact with the who and who that I know the who and who we know in Nigeria. If they had discussed it, if he had discussed the record label, no record label, threatening or no threatening, if he had discussed it with someone, he would have gotten help. We don't talk about depression enough. We don't talk about depression. Your mental health, if your mental health is not stable, believe me, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing under the sun that you can. In fact, even, how do I even explain it? You might be with someone and the person thinks, okay, you're with them. They don't know you've lost your memories far away from where they are. We don't talk about depression enough in this country. Let's even leave whether the nurse came and gave him an injection, blah, 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 blah. I've not really gotten a full gist. I'm just, seeing 1 or 2 stories from different bloggers, from different places. But then, This thing has lingered for the longest time and nobody talked about it. Nobody was concerned. Nobody felt it was necessary to discuss about it. And now he has lost his life. The same people now come. That is even, in fact, in Nigeria, if you want to know if you're loved, die. If you are alive, nobody takes you very serious. If you want to know that if you are loved, just, in fact, I don't know. I really don't know. It's high time we just change this narrative. It's high time we just, we start valuing ourselves as Nigerians. It's high time. From what I know from other countries, they value lives more than every other thing under the sun. But in Nigeria, even family members once you're successful, family members want you dead, so that they will inherit whatever thing they think you have in your possession, which is not meant to be so. I think we can do better. In my own opinion, if he had spoken up, if he had said something, anyway, may his soul rest in peace. It's quite unfortunate. It is quite unfortunate that this whole thing, this guy has to go through it alone, and at the end of the day he died. I watched a video where he was crying. I'm not a Yoruba, I don't understand Yoruba, but from what the person I saw in his I saw the video in his blog said, he was kind of complaining or lamenting or talking about something. These videos that was made while he was alive, why didn't they come on air? Why didn't they come to social media so that people will come to his rescue? And I hear people saying he knew he was going to die. From his music, from the lyrics of the music, we already knew he knew he was going to die. Even if he knows he was going to die, even if, I think we are I really don't know what to say now. I'm just so dumbfounded. I am so confused. Like, I'm just so, it's so painful that he has to go through this. It's so painful. It's quite disheartening that he has to go through this all alone. His family members even supported the fact that someone who has not even died, a coffin is there waiting for him to be buried. How do you explain that? How? How heartless can we get in this country? I don't know how much whoever must have been paid to do this shit. I don't know how much, I don't really talk about news like this. I don't really bring this kind of thing to my page. But then, let's be sincere to ourselves. It could be you, it could be someone else. It could even be your loved one. It could be anybody. The reason why Nigerians are agitating, Nigerians are so angry, they're not finding it funny, is because it can happen to anybody. That he's not your family member, or he's not your friend, or he's not anybody close to you, doesn't mean he shouldn't have gotten help. And I still blame the people that knew that he was going through all of this and couldn't speak up. I blame them. One way or the other, even if he decides to keep it private, but give him reasons why you shouldn't, And a lot of people say he saw this coming, he saw this coming, I know that is inevitable. One day, someday, everybody under this, as in, everybody must be there. But doesn't mean that those little things that would have prevented, us from achieving what we are sent to achieve on earth, we can't what's the right word now? We can't overcome them. Let me use that word. Is that we can't overcome them? We feel the problems and the challenges are way more than, I feel it's so painful. It is quite so painful. It is extremely very painful. It is quite painful. Not because he's a guy of his age, not because of his tribe, not because of anything. But, with the whole struggle, with the whole thing he has to go through, with the whole depression, with everything he has to go through, it is so, so painful. Nobody should go through that. I'm not saying that we are accusing people. The people we are accusing them, rightly or wrongly, but I wouldn't know. But the thing is, I don't know, Nigerians, we value money, we value fame more than even the next person, more than a family member, more than even mother or father or siblings or children. We value money. It's high time we just have a rethink. And sometimes when people complain of, things like this, you bring it up to the hearing of people, possibly the person will possibly get help. May the soul of Mohbad and the souls of the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen.